Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Then welcome to the math session. Previous class we learned how to find the square root in various methods. I mean like repeated subtraction method, prime factorization method, and also we have division method, long division method. Now today class we are going to see some of the applications of square root where we need to apply the concept of square root. In which type of situation we need to apply the concept of square root. So let's see some applications based on the concept of square root. Yes, let's see one question here. Is the one. Find the length of the side of a square whose area is 441 square meters. The question is about four-sided regular polygon, which is a square. Regular polygon, all the four sides are equal. Four angles are equal. Let me draw one polygon, regular polygon with four sides. Square, all the four sides are equal, and each angle also equal. Each angle is 90 degrees. So let me write A, B, C, D is the names of the square. Now here this interior portion is going to call area. So how much they give area beta? Area they give 441 square meters. So what they are asking to find? Find the length of the side. AB, BC, CD, DA. So I can see four sides. So which side length we can find? Any one side. As it is square, all the four sides are equal length. You find the length of any one side. Yes. You have to find the length of AB or BC or CD or DA. All the four sides are equal. That is the clear information which they gave. They gave area of the square. Yes. Let me write solution over here. So we can write given area of square. Area of square area. Yes. Area of square is equal. How much they gave? 441 square meters they gave. What is the required information? We have to find length of the side. Yes, they are asking to find what is the length of the side. So this is the given information and this is the required information. Now think about it. How can I find the length of the side? What idea do you have about the area of square? Once recall your previous knowledge. Yes, in previous class we learned area of the square formula. What is area of square formula? Anybody? Yes, it is side into side. Sir, it is side into side is equal to 441 square meters. S into S we can write S power 2 S square is equal to 441 square meters. So I want to know the length of the side, not side square. So side is equal to this power 2. If I transpose that side, it will become square root 441 square meters. 441 square meters. Yes. Now side is equal to, now we can find, 441. Now we can find the square root of this by using any one method, prime factorization or long division, whatever you comfort. So let me go with long division method. Place the bar from the ones place every pair of digits. Here only one digit there, keep the bar. Take the nearest to perfect square to 4 or equal to 4 also possible. Yes, 4 is the perfect square which is near to 4. 2 to the 4. 4 minus 4 0. Take these two at a time down. 41 is the new dividend. What is the new divisor? This quotient 2 will add here 2. 2 plus 2 4. Will keep one box here. Even here also one box. Write any one same digit in both the boxes. If I write 0 here also 0. 40 into 0 0. If I write 1 1. 41 ones are 41. Yes. Which gives exact number. 41 ones are 41. Yes. What is the remainder? 0. As the remainder is 0, it is perfect square. So what is square root of 441? 21 square. Yes. We can write here 21 square meter. No, we can cancel square meter better. We can write meter. We can write meter. So side is equal to how much? 21 meter. Here you want more clarity. We can write square root of 441 meter square. We can write. Square root of 441 we can write 21 into 21 meters square. So this more we can write square root of 21 meter into 21 meter. For every pair of numbers, one we can take outside. That is the main concept here. so that we can find the length of the side. Then we can write, therefore, let me write here, length of side is equal to 21 meters. See here in this situation, you have to apply the concept of square root if you want to know the length of the side. Okay, no? We'll go for next. In a right angle triangle, triangle ABC, right angle B. AC 13, BC 5, they are asking find the length of AB. Find the length of AB. It is the concept of geometry. We have to apply the concept of square root. How we'll see here now. So draw a triangle which is right angle triangle. Yes. Let me draw a triangle. Right angle triangle. Right angle B. Right angle B. Let me write here AC. In figure they gave length of AC 13 centimeters. AC is 13 centimeters. BC 5 centimeters. What they are asking to find the length of AB. Yes, we have to find the length of AB. First, take given data. Triangle ABC. In that, one of the angle is 90 degrees. And also he said length of AC he said 13 centimeters. And BC he said, I will write here given. Yes, it is given data now. BC is 5 centimeters. We have to find the length of AB. Yes, AB length we have to find. See, it is the right angle triangle. Already we learned one condition, Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem connect the relation between the sides of right angle triangle. See what relation we have the sides of right angle triangle from the Pythagoras theorem. Yes, we know that hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Or we can say that hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. Now in that triangle, which side is called hypotenuse? Sir, AC is called hypotenuse. The reason is it is opposite of right angle B. AC is called hypotenuse. Yes, AC is called hypotenuse. So let me take Pythagoras condition. So by Pythagoras, what we know the relation between sides of right angle triangle. When we know length of two sides, to find third side, we can apply Pythagoras, which connect the relation between three sides of right angle triangle. What we know, hypotenuse square is equal to, what is hypotenuse? AC, opposite of right angle is called hypotenuse. And also remember that length of hypotenuse is always greater than the length of other two sides. So hypotenuse square is equal, hypotenuse is AC, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. What are other two sides? AB and BC. AB and BC. Or we can say hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Now submit the values. AC we know 13. Let me write 13 here. AB we don't know. We have to find AB only. AB square plus BC 5 centimeters whole square. 13 square, 13 is 169. Perfect square it is AB square plus 5 square, 5 into 5, 25. So we have to find the length of AB plus 25 transpose LHS and power to transpose LHS, so that we can see AB separate, AB alone. So to know the length of this AB, we will apply method of transposing. First you find the plus 25 transpose LHS. 169 minus 25 is equal to how much? AB square. Simplify by 9 minus 5, 4. 6 minus 2, 4. Here 1 left. 144 is equal to AB square. They are not asking AB square. They are asking find only AB. So power 2 can transpose other side. So when I transpose power 2, it becomes square root. So we write 144 is equal to AB. So power 3 by transpose, it becomes square root. Now we have to find the square root of 144 by using any one method. It may be repeated subtraction or long division or prime factorization. Let me go with long division. Place the bar in one's place every pair of digits. Here 1. Nearest to perfect square of 1 itself, 1 0 here. This both we can take it down. Question 2 we can add here. 1 plus 1 2. Keep one box here. Even here also keep one box. Write the same digit both. If I write here 1, here also 1. 21 ones are 21. If I write here 2, here also 2. 22 into 2. 2 to the 4, 2 to the 4. 44. Yes, the remainder is 0. What we can say now? Square root of 144 is how much? 12. 12 is equal to length of AB. Yes, even they are asked to find length of AB only. See here, this is also an application based on square root concept. If you want to know the length of AB, should know the concept of square root. Then we can find the length of unknown side of the triangle ABC. Hope it is clear. How to find? I mean, what are the applications we can see based on the square root? Okay, children. Let's see one more application based on the concept of simple equation concept. Let's see here on the 8th one. A gardener has 1000 plants. He wants to plant this in such a way that the number of rows and the number of columns remains the same. He has total 1000 plants. He wants to plant this in such a way that the number of rows, number of columns should be equal. 3 rows are there, should get columns also, same 3 columns. Find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. So is this 1000 plants are enough, sufficient to arrange rows and columns are equal? Okay. If not, tell me how many minimum number of plants are required to make this arrangement. Which arrangement should plant them? The rows and columns are equal. See here, question you can see better. They said the number of rows and number of columns are same. 3 rows are there, 3 columns. 5 rows, 5 columns. But we don't know how many rows are there, how many columns are there. But we know that rows and columns are same. Solution 1. Let me take number of rows. Number of rows is equal to number of columns. Number of columns is equal to how many? Both are same I know, but how many each I don't know. Let it be some x. X rows are there, then we have x columns. Then more he gave how many plants he has. It has. He has how many plants? 1000. With whom better? Gardener. So we can write more given. What he given now? Number of plants. Number of plants with whom? With gardener. Number of plants with gardener has is equal to, or else number of plants with gardener is equal to how many? 1000 plants. So total number of plants. So how can you see number of plants here? I mean, suppose let me take here 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here I can see 3 rows. Horizontal is called rows. Vertical is called columns. Here I can see some plants. 3 rows, 3 columns. Tell me total how many? 9. How you got that 9? Number of rows into number of columns is equal to 3 is 9. So to get the total number of plants, we can multiply rows into columns. Number of rows into number of columns. 3 rows, 3 columns. 3 is 9. Yes, by counting also total we can see 9 plants. Even here also total how many plants he has? 1000. How can I get the total number of plants in garden? Yes, will I take you want total? So how can I get the total? How we got here total 9? By multiplying rows into columns. Yes, here I can write, do the same thing. Here also let me go with same thing. Number of rows into number of columns. Hope it is clear. Just I make it for an example. Rows into columns. By doing this, we can see total number of plants he has. How many rows are there? X number of rows. How many columns are there? X number of columns. Is equal to how much? 1000. X into x, we can write x square is equal to how much better? 1000. So x is equal to power 2 if I transpose square root of 1000. 1000 is not a perfect square. The reason is it has odd number of digits. Odd number of zeros, odd number of zeros. Perfect square cannot end with odd number of zeros. Perfect square can end with always even number of zeros. Because of that only he asking find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. how many plants we need, he asking. So how can I find? We'll go with long division method or bifurcation method. Whenever you want to add, he asking find minimum number of plants he needs add. So when you want to add or subtract, I said we can go with long division method. I said the reason also. Long division means like repeated subtraction. Chalo, now we take the number 1000 and we go with long division method. Place the bar from the ones place every pair of digits. The nearest perfect square of 10 is 9, which is 3 is a 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Place these two, bring these two down at again, 2 zeros. Question 3 will add here. 3 plus 3, 6. Place one box. Even here also one box. Now what is the required digit? If I write here 1, here also 1. 61 into 1, 61. If I write here 2, here also 2. 62 into 2. 2 2s are 4. 2 6 are 12. 124 and 30. Now tell me, can I go with 61 or 124? Plants he needs more for this. How many plants we need to add for 1000 trees plants to make it perfect square, to make it this arrangement? So when you want to add, I said we can go with a greater number at last step. This is the last step now. We can go with greater number. Yes. Now we made it 2. Here also 2. 62 is 124. How many? 124. Do subtraction here. 124 minus 100 how much? Minus 24 you can see. Yes. More how many plants we need to add? 24 plants we need to add. Yes. They are asking find the minimum number of plants we need more for this. Yes. We can write this root 1000 is not a perfect square. Not a perfect square. Sir, if it is not a perfect square, what is the problem? If it is not perfect square, we can't arrange in this order. If you want to make number of rows and number of columns are equal, should get compulsory perfect square better. Because here see, 9 is the number which is perfect square. So that we can arrange rows and columns are equal. 16 if I take perfect square, we can arrange 4 rows, 4 columns. Once if it is perfect square, then only we can do this arrangement. Which arrangement? Rows and columns are equal. So it is not a perfect square. So this arrangement is not possible. So the above arrangement is not possible. Above arrangement is not possible with 1000 plants. So what we have to do? We are asking how many more you want? More I want 24 plants. So that we can arrange them in that order. Yes. We can write therefore more you need how many plants? 24 plants. More you need 24 plants. So that is the way we can find the solution. More you want, you can go for verification. Yes, present he has 1000. More if we get 24, it will become 1024. 1024 is the perfect square. So that we can arrange them in this order. Rows and columns are equal. Let us verify how many rows we can see, how many columns we can see. Let us verify once. They are not asking, just will verify here. Yes, 1024 is the perfect square. Let us verify here. What is its square root? Nearest perfect square of 10. 3 3s are 9 madam. 1 left. 2 4 we can take down. This question 3 will add here. 3 plus 3 6. Keep one box. Even here also one box. 62 2s are 124. Exact I'm getting here. 62 2s are 124. Here 0 you can see. So what is the square root of 1024? 32. Yes. Therefore, square root of 1024 is equal to how much? 32. So, if you have 1024 plants, we can arrange them in such a way that 32 rows and 32 columns. We can arrange those plants in this arrangement. 32 rows and 32 columns. Simple concept. Hope it is clear for you. They said both are equal, but we don't know both are equal how much. That takes. And also they said total plants 1000. Total, how can I get the total number of plants here? 9. by multiplying rows into columns. Even I did the same thing, but I observed it is not a perfect square. So we can't do this arrangement. Because once if it is perfect square, then only we can arrange like equal rows and equal columns. So to make it perfect square, more we need to add 24. It means we need to add 24 plants. By adding 24 plants, total will be 1024. This 1024 we can arrange 32 rows and 32 columns. Okay, ma, let's see one more small concept. If you want to know the number of digits in square root of perfect square, the number of digits in square root of perfect square, we have conditions here. One is if the perfect square number has even number of digits, then the number of digits in square root is n by 2. So we have this formula. With the help of this, we can find how many digits are there square root of the perfect square. And same time, if the perfect square has all number of digits, then the number of digits in a square root is equal to n plus 1 by 2. Where n is nothing but number of digits in the perfect square. And let me show you some examples here. Example, see what is the actual meaning of this here. Suppose square root of 144 is there. Square root of 144 we know how to find by using all three methods. But here they are asking square root of 144, okay, we get the answer. That answer contains, that result contains how many digits? Number of digits in square root of perfect square. 144 is perfect square. So square root of 144, we get the result. How many digits are there in that result? That we have to find. So to know that, first we have to count the number of digits in this perfect square. 1, 2, 3, 3 digits. Nothing but odd number of digits. So when we have odd number of digits, to know the number of digits of this perfect square, we can apply this formula. n plus 1 by 2. n plus 1 by 2. Yes. We can write here. So number of digits in square root of 144 is equal to, what is the formula we can take? n plus 1 by 2. Why? Because 1, 2, 3 perfect square which contains odd number of digits. We can take this formula. Even number of digits, another formula. Where n is equal to how much? 1, 2, 3, 3. 3 plus 1 by 2. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 by 2. 2 1 2 2. Yes. It contains 2 digits. Tell me now what is the perfect square? Square root of 144, you know? Square root of 144 is 12. 12 12 is 144. 12 is a number which is 2-digit number. Hope it is clear. Suppose, let me take one more example. Square root of 1024. How can I find the number of digits here? Number of digits in square root of 1024 is equal to, yes, how can I find? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect square which contains 4 digits. So when it has 4, even number of digits like 2, 4, 6, we have that formula to know the number of digits in its square root. Yes. Now formula is n by 2, where n is equal to how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits. 4 by 2 is equal to, we can write 2 2s are 4 is equal to, which contains 2 digits. So this concept we can apply to know the number of digits of the square root of a perfect square. Or you want, you can go with one more easy method. We have 144 now. So place the bar from the ones place every pair of digits. 1 bar, 1 bar. I can see here 2 bars. So square root of this contains 2 digits. Over. One more is 1024. Every pair of digits bar. Every pair of digits bar. I can see 2 bars. Perfect square. Square root of this perfect square contains 2 digits. So this we can do like this. Yes. Today's session we learned some of the applications of the concept of square root, and also we learned how many number of digits are there. Square root of the given perfect square, when it has even number of digits, when it has odd number of digits. Hope this concept is clear for everyone based on the knowledge. Exercise 6.4, second bit, 7th bit, 9th bit, complete in normal book. Thank you once again. We'll meet next class.